Show of strength in the Himalayan state with Sukhwinder Singh. Meanwhile, all 6 Congress rebels have been disqualified under the anti-defection law. But the rebels have now moved the High Court against their disqualification.
All MLAs want 5 years Congress government. All are united. The High Command has chosen Mr. Sukhu, which was been proposed by पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट. सिंपल इट.
आज हमने सबसे चीफ मिनिस्टर से भी, पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट से भी, सारे विधायकों से भी अलग अलग बात करी है और एक सहमति बनी है सब में जो छोटे मोटे मतभेद थे वो दूर किए गए. इन्होंने आपस में दूर कर लिए हैं और ये फैसला किया है आगे से एक होकर लोकसभा का चुनाव लड़ेंगे और पार्टी को यहाँ से जिता के भेजेंगे.
जयराम ठाकुर इज विद अस. लेट मी ट्राई टू गेट इन अ वर्ड फ्रॉम हिम. सर, आज प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में ये बात साफ कर दी है कांग्रेस पार्टी ने कि सुखविंदर सिंह सुखू ही मुख्यमंत्री बने रहेंगे प्रदेश के. आप ये कह रहे थे कि उनको खुद ही हट जाना चाहिए इससे पहले कि कांग्रेस पार्टी उनको हटाए. अब जो स्थिति बनी उसको आप किस तरह से देखते हैं?
देखिए, मुझे मालूम नहीं है, ये कांग्रेस पार्टी का अंदर का निर्णय है, उनकी पार्टी का निर्णय, उस पर हमको कुछ कहने की आवश्यकता नहीं है. लेकिन ये हालात किसके नेतृत्व में हिमाचल प्रदेश में ऐसे बने, किसके कारण बने, किस वजह से बने. और कांग्रेस पार्टी की प्रदेश की अध्यक्षा ने कहा कि हम कई महीनों से, कई सालों से जलील हो रहे हैं. अध्यक्षा ही बोल रही है तो आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं. उनका बेटा मंत्री है, वो मंत्री बोलते हैं कि जलालत का दौर खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा है, बार बार जलालत हो रही है हमारी. और उसके बावजूद हमसे कहाँ पूछा जा रहा है, हमसे इस सारे जो है वो इसके लिए हमको दोषी ठहराने की आवश्यकता नहीं है. दोषी है तो वो हैं और आखिरकार उनके विधायक अगर नाराज होकर के उनसे दूर गए हैं, कोई तो वजह होगी.
और सरकार बची रहेगी, आपको लगता है 5 साल पूरी करेगी अपने?
मुझे तो सिर्फ इतना कहना है, मुझे हालात नहीं लगते हैं. अभी हालात जिस प्रकार के बने हैं और हम नहीं गिरा रहे हैं, और वो गिरेगी तो अपने ही दम से वो गिर जाएगी, अपने ही हालात में गिर जाएगी वो.
एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण, हमने एक बागी विधायक रवि ठाकुर उनसे बात की. वो ये कह रहे हैं कि उनको परेशान किया जा रहा है और उन्होंने अपने अंतरात्मा की बात सुनकर हर्ष महाजन को वोट दिया था. इस पर आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखो, उनको ये अधिकार है, ये हमको लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था के अनुरूप जो एक अधिकार है अपने मत का इस्तेमाल करना, और उन्होंने अपना मतदान भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कैंडिडेट के लिए किया है. और मुझे नहीं लगता कि उसको बुरा मानना चाहिए था उनको इस प्रकार से. और यहाँ तक कि उनको जिस प्रकार से उनके परिवार को परेशान किया जा रहा है, उनके घर का रास्ता बंद कर दिया, और एक और दूसरे विधायक हैं जिनका व्यवसाय बंद कर दिया, एक दिन में ही ये हालात बन गए. मुझे लगता है कि ये बहुत नीचता का काम कर रहे हैं, और ऐसी चीज़ों का करना जो है किसी के हित में नहीं होता है, उससे बुरा होता है.
क्या कांग्रेस के और भी विधायक नाराज हैं, आपको ऐसा लगता है?
मुझे तो लगता है बहुत सारे नाराज हैं. कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोग त्यागपत्र दे रहे हैं. कांग्रेस पार्टी का पूरे देश में ये हाल है, और तो निश्चित रूप से हिमाचल प्रदेश में भी ऐसे हालात हैं.
All right, so that's the latest that is coming in right now. For now, it seems that Congress has stayed the crisis which is ensuing in Himachal, but the BJP has told all of its MLAs to stay put in the state of Himachal Pradesh and Shimla and not go anywhere. The suspended MLAs from the disqualified MLAs from the Congress now will approach the court. However, this fight will be fought in court, which gives the Congress a bit of a breather where the state of Himachal Pradesh is concerned. With that, I want to quickly move on in the bulletin. TMC strongman Sheikh Shah Jahan has finally been arrested after being on the run for 55 days by the Bengal police. And soon after his arrest, TMC suspended him from the party for 6 years. Many questions are being asked as to why no expulsion, just suspension. Moreover, in a big admission, Shah Jahan Sheikh has confessed to inciting the mob that attacked ED teams in Bengal, claiming he feared arrest. Remember, Shah Jahan and his aides are not only accused of sexual atrocities on women, but also of land grabbing in Sandesh Khali. And if one is to look at the visuals of Shah Jahan Sheikh being brought in court, abysmal, because it seems he's being escorted.
Walking confidently into the courtroom, Sheikh Shah Jahan finally apprehended. The strong man of Sandesh Khali apprehended from his hideout in North 24 Parganas. At the heart of large-scale protest and a political standoff between the ruling TMC and the opposition BJP in West Bengal, Sheikh Jahan has been evading capture since January 5th, when his supporters assaulted ED investigators during a raid on his properties in Sandesh Khali. Linked to an alleged ration scam, his demeanor upon arrest elicited strong political reactions. The BJP criticized his arrest a day before Prime Minister Narendra Modi's West Bengal visit as a mere facade.
ये लुका छुपी क्यों? रात में उसको अरेस्ट किया गया, उसी दिन अरेस्ट किया गया जिस दिन उनको ईडी का समन आया है, ईडी ने बुलाया है, और रात में ही कोर्ट में कब पेश किया गया, बोला गया, हमें तो कुछ पता ही नहीं चला, मीडिया को भी कुछ पता नहीं चला, आज सुबह से सबको पता चला। ये जो स्थिति बना के रखा हुआ है, पूरी तरीके से लग रहा है कि ममता बनर्जी कोशिश कर रही है कि शेख शाहजहां का बाल भी बाका ना हो, और छोटी छोटी धाराएं देकर जितना संभव हो लाइट, जिसे बोलते हैं लाइट सेक्शन लगाकर इसको निकाल के ला पाए।
The state government refuted the allegations, questioning why the ED hadn't acted sooner.
बंगाल पुलिस को वो एम्पावर्ड नहीं थे कि आप जाके अरेस्ट कीजिए, पूरी ईडी क्यों नहीं अरेस्ट की? सवाल तो अब हम लोग करेंगे कि ईडी ने क्यों नहीं अरेस्ट किया, आपके हाथ में था। अरेस्ट के बाद अगर आप सवाल करें कि आप 3 दिन में 2 दिन में कैसे पकड़ लिए, अब आप नहीं पकड़े तो भी आप सवाल करेंगे, और पकड़ते हैं तो आप उनकी कॉन्फिडेंस पे शक करते हैं।
The court remanded Sheikh Jahan to 10 days in police custody after opposition from the police regarding his bail, citing his admission of involvement in the assault on ED officials on January 5th. Women in Sandesh Khali rejoiced at Sheikh Jahan's arrest. The TMC leader faces serious allegations of land grabbing and sexual exploitation in the village. Local women, however, expressed concerns of potential retaliation from Shah Jahan and his supporters.
শেখ শাহজাহান অ্যারেস্ট হলো, আপনারা অনেক দিন কি বলছেন?
ওকে আমরা ফাঁসি চাই, ফাঁসি চাই, এখন ধরা পড়েছে, এত আনন্দ করছি।
আপনারা কি এখন খুশি আছেন আগের থেকে?
খুশি, বিশাল।
আগে যে একটা ভয়ের পরিবেশ ছিল, আপনারা ভয়তে ছিলেন, আমরা দেখেছি।
আমরা পাচ্ছি না, সেটা একটু একজনও আছে, একটু হলেও আমাদের ভয় আছে।
কিসের সেই ভয়টা? কি
ওদের গ্রেপ্তার করেছে, ওকে ছেড়ে দিতে তো পারে,
ওর ফাঁসি চাই
না, কিন্তু এখন আগের থেকে অ্যারেস্ট হওয়ার আগের থেকে
সাহস পেয়েছি, একটু সাহস পেয়েছি।
For now, a moment of jubilation in the conflict-ridden village, spotlighted nationally due to the alleged transgressions of Sheikh Jahan. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's move on now on a move that has raised many eyebrows and leading up to a bit of a political storm in the state of Haryana. The Haryana police versus the protesting farmers has now taken a new turn. In a very surprising move, the Haryana police is seeking the cancellation of visas and passports of protesting farmers, claiming they were involved in violence during the agitation. Ambala DSP Choudhary Singh claims the protesting farmers from Punjab have been identified through CCTV and drone cameras. He also claims that the Haryana cops will inform the Home Ministry of the same and that the cancellation process has begun. The question that one needs to ask is whether it's a protest, and does it lead to the cancellation of passports? What is the connection?
जो भी पंजाब से हरियाणा की तरफ जो किसान आंदोलन में जो लोग आ रहे हैं और उनमें जो उपद्रवी हैं, जो वहाँ पर जिन्होंने बैरिकेड तोड़े हैं या और अन्य तरीके से उपद्रव किया है, उन लोगों को हम लोगों ने आइडेंटिफाई किया है और उनके फ़ोटो जो हैं हम लोगों ने जारी किए हैं, और उन फ़ोटो और उनके नाम और पता सारा आइडेंटिफाई करके हम लोग अपना मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पासपोर्ट ऑफिस और एम्बेसी में हम उनके पासपोर्ट और वीज़ा जो रद्द करने के लिए हम अपने पूरी कार्रवाई अमल में ला रहे हैं। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि भी पूरा आंदोलन जो है वो उपद्रवियों का, लेकिन इनमें से बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो पूरा उपद्रव मचा रहे हैं।
All right, let's quickly cut across to my colleague Aishwarya Paliwal to get a better understanding on a bizarre decision that has been made by the Haryana police. Aishwarya, what is the connection of cancelling passports and visas if these protesters, as per the Haryana police, were indulging in violence? There are other legal methods to take action.
Well, one of the things, Preeti, well, there definitely, Preeti, are other legal things that the police can do, but what they are at the moment looking at, and that's what, we have seen Haryana police and other agencies also trying to pinpoint towards, is the fact that they believe that some of the farmers have had connections with international rackets. Now, that's something which both the government and now we are seeing that the police also speaking about. That's the reason why the cancellation of passports is something that they have done. Obviously, the farmers and all those whose passports at the moment have been cancelled will have to knock on the doors of the court, because there are other things that can be done. But yes, the Haryana police and the agency is clearly trying to send a signal that they believe that there is an international racket which is now unfolding in India, and that's the reason why they are now making sure that the passports are being cancelled. Preeti.
Our explanation, Aishwarya, has the process already been begun? Has it begun? Because that is what the Haryana police seems to suggest, that the process is, right now underway. How are they looking to identify these farmers?
Well, from what we are understanding, the investigation is underway, but the cancellation has not happened yet, because we understand that the farmers also are now making sure that they take the legal route for these things, because cancellation of passport will be a big step. The investigation at the moment by Haryana police is underway. The government obviously believing that all these farmers, not just these farmers, the one who came almost 2 years back and were in the national capital, the government and Haryana government specifically, Preeti, believe that there's an international racket to defame Prime Minister Narendra Modi and to make sure that India is painted in a certain way. That's the reason why we are seeing passports now be grounded, but no cancellation has taken place, Preeti, at the moment. Investigation underway.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Aishwarya. Whatever might the government believe, but what is the connection between a protest and cancellation of passports, even if the Haryana cops believe that certain people in the agitation indulged in violence? Even then, there are other legal routes to take than randomly cancelling passports of these protesters. With that, cutting into news break that's just coming in. The Punjab High Court has now pulled up the Haryana government. Punjab High Court has slammed the parole for Dera Chief. The latest coming in, Punjab and Haryana High Court has ordered that Rahim should not be given parole without asking the courts. The court has also asked how many more people have been granted parole in this manner so far. Rahim last got 50 days parole. Viewers, 80% of the year, Rahim is out on parole, and what's really fascinating is that every time an election is around the corner, Rahim strangely is out on parole. And right now, the latest coming in, the Punjab-Haryana High Court pulling up the Haryana government, saying, speak to us before you grant parole to this rapist and a convict. Once again, viewers, you have the Dera Sacha Sauda chief Rahim, who's in jail, accused of murder, accused of rape, and strangely finding himself out on parole every other month. The Haryana government has always said that they follow procedure and grant him parole. However, the latest coming in is now from the Haryana Punjab High Court, where they've stated very clearly that the next time the Haryana government is looking at giving parole to Rahim, they should check with the Haryana Punjab High Court. All right, that's the latest that is coming in right now. Let's quickly move on in the bulletin. Let's quickly move on in the bulletin. A quick break. Do stay with us. On the other side is To The Point.
तो ये इंडेक्स फंड क्या होता है? इंडेक्स फंड्स पैसिवली मैनेज फंड्स होते हैं जो किसी इंडेक्स जैसे कि निफ्टी या सेंसेक्स को सिर्फ कॉपी करते हैं।
तो वो भैया, ये गाना लास्ट वीक 6 पे था, इस वीक ये 3rd पे आ गया।
इंडेक्स फंड्स भी अपने इंडेक्स को ऊपर नीचे दोनों तरफ से फॉलो करते हैं।
मतलब इंडेक्स फंड इसके प्लेलिस्ट की तरह है और अलग भी, जहाँ पे गाने चेंज होते हैं लेकिन टॉप 20 रहेगा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
Business Today salutes India's finest corporate achievers. We celebrate innovative strategies for resilient and sustainable businesses in a fast-changing world. From mid-sized to unicorns, from new entries to lifetime achievement awards, be a part of an event where excellence meets inspiration. Join us in honoring the trailblazing titans of India Inc. at Business Today Mind Rush and the Best CEO Awards.
गज जमीन इनको माल रोड के ऊपर नहीं मिली. दिस इज व्हाट रिस्पेक्ट दिस गवर्नमेंट हैज शोन टू माय लेट फादर. इस तरीके की जो चीज हुई है, हम इमोशनल लोग हैं, इमोशनल.
A raging storm for Congress government in Himachal. Day after crushing defeat in Rajya Sabha polls, the Sukhwinder Singh government is teetering on the brink. Reduced to a minority after losing backing of 6 Congress MLAs who had cross-voted for BJP. To make matters worse for CM Sukhu, a growing band of Congress MLAs are baying for his blood, seeking his replacement as Chief Minister. Vikramaditya, the son of late Congress stalwart Veerbhadra Singh, has raised an open flag of revolt. The revolt in the Congress has made assembly numbers out of CM Sukhu's reach, putting the budget and thereby the Congress government's fate in jeopardy. The face-off worsened when 15 BJP MLAs, including leader of opposition Jairam Thakur, were suspended in a possible bid to save the Sukhu government. Amid piling pressure, CM Sukhu remains defiant, calling himself a fighter who will not quit. But the Congress, which has little elbow room to save its only government in heartland, may replace Sukhu to placate rebels. Can Congress bring back its MLAs who have declared war on CM Sukhu? And can axing opposition MLAs save the minority government? With Satyendra Chauhan in Shimla, Bureau Report, India Today.
कांग्रेस के विधायक मंत्री, देखिए हम तो बहुत पहले से इस बात को कह रहे हैं कि हिमाचल प्रदेश में जिस प्रकार से सत्ता चल रही है, सरकार चल रही है, विधायक पार्टी के प्रमुख नेता एक बार नहीं अनेक बार पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म पर, विधानसभा के अंदर सब जगह अपनी पीड़ा को जाहिर कर चुके हैं, लेकिन समाधान उस दृष्टि से अभी तक हुआ नहीं। और अभी भी पार्टी हाईकमान आई है, वही गीत गाया गया, इस बात से परेशान है, उस बात से परेशान है, और अभी भी उनको आश्वासन ही दिया गया है कि कोई बात नहीं, सब ठीक होगा। और कोई बात नहीं ठीक होगा ये कहते कहते पार्टी की कांग्रेस की हाईकमान का 14 महीने का कार्यकाल बीतने के बाद 15 महीने हो गया और उसके बावजूद भी अभी तक उसमें कोई समाधान नहीं, कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं। और इसलिए ये निराशा की, अगर नाराजगी की वजह और ये कदम इस प्रकार से कांग्रेस के विधायकों ने, कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने अगर उठाए हैं तो उसके लिए दोषी है तो सिर्फ कांग्रेस पार्टी दोषी है। इस बात को उनको समझना चाहिए। देखिए, हम इस बात को पहले दिन से कह रहे हैं। जब कट मोशन पर हमने वोटिंग मांगी, क्यों नहीं दी? क्योंकि बहुमत नहीं था। अगर उसी दिन उसी दिन अगर वोटिंग दे दीजिए तो सरकार उस दिन गिर जाती। उसके बाद बजट पारित करने वाले दिन 15 विधायकों को सस्पेंड करने की वजह क्या रही? इसलिए क्योंकि उनके पास बहुमत नहीं था। बजट तभी पास हो पाता जब विधायकों को, विपक्ष के विधायकों को निलंबित किया जाता। इसलिए उन्हें निलंबित किया। वो तो सरकार बचाने के लिए कर रहे हैं। और उसी तरह से आगे बढ़कर के अभी जो सारी बात को लेकर के जो आप पूछ रहे हैं उसमें भी यही, क्योंकि भाजपा के पास ये लोग कहां से आ गए, इतनी संख्या कैसे हो गई, 25 से 34 कैसे पहुंच गए, और इस बात को लेकर के चिंतित है। और आज भी मैं इसी बात को कह रहा हूं क्योंकि उनके पास बहुमत न पिछले कई दिनों से नहीं था और अब तो बिल्कुल नहीं है। ये साबित हो गया। चाहे किसी तरह के ये फरमान करते रहे, किसी प्रकार के ये निर्णय करते रहे, किसी प्रकार के आदेश करते रहे, जनता के दिल और दिमाग से कांग्रेस की सरकार उतर चुकी है। और अब तो कांग्रेस के विधायकों के, नेताओं के दिमाग और दिल से कांग्रेस पार्टी उतर चुकी है। ये मैं कहना चाहता हूँ। देखिए, मैं सारी बात को लेकर के उन्हें समर्थन दिया है, वो हमारे साथी होंगे स्वाभाविक रूप से। देखिए, बात उन सारी चीजों को लेकर के तब जब बात कहने की आवश्यकता रहेगी तो कहेंगे।
बीजेपी सरकार बनाने को लेकर आगे कदम बढ़ाएगी?
नहीं, देखिए, फिलहाल तो मैं इतना ही कहना चाह रहा हूं कि जो घटनाक्रम हुआ वो बहुत दुखद घटना और ये बहुत महंगा पड़ेगा कांग्रेस को, इतना ही कहना चाहते हैं।
इन रेफरेंस टू दोज ऑब्जर्वेशंस made by the Honorable Supreme Court and the various high courts in the various judgments. ये जो 6 माननीय हमारे हैं जिन्होंने चुनाव तो कांग्रेस पार्टी से लड़ा और जो एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ के जो प्रोविजंस है, जो इस पिटीशन जो मेरे पास दायर हुई उसके प्रोविजन उन्होंने अपने खिलाफ अट्रैक्ट किए। मैंने
All right, the latest news break coming in, viewers, right on top of to the point. BJP's big meet on 2024 first list of candidates for Lok Sabha fight underway. The BJP huddle for Lok Sabha ticket distribution. Prime Minister Modi to attend the BJP Central Committee meet. The BJP's top brass will assess. Home Minister Amit Shah, JP Natta to also attend this meeting. The BJP will decide, viewers, on the first list of the Lok Sabha. So what is being speculated? Number one, it seems on the first list will be Prime Minister's name fighting from Varanasi. The Home Minister Amit Shah's name fighting from his constituency of Gandhi Nagar. You have Rajnath Singh in all probability fighting again from Lucknow, and Nitin Gadkari fighting from Nagpur. These are the names in all probability which will make it to the first list. But the BJP right now in a huddle in the national capital to ease out all the creases, if one might suggest, if there are any at all, and come up with the first list. I want to bring in my colleague Aishwarya Paliwal, who's reporting live from this meeting as it ensues, takes place. Aishwarya, what are you picking up? Are we going to get a list of names by this evening, or is it something that will be deliberated and released later? And if at all, What are the names in the running that will make it to the first list?
Well, Preeti, some of the names, you have already mentioned from what we are hoping and expecting the first list to have the top 4 leaders. And also we are expecting Smriti Irani's name and Anurag Thakur's name also to be on the first list. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be here at the BJP headquarters in about half an hour from now. The deliberations have already begun, but once Prime Minister comes, that's when the final stamp, the moher, as we say, Preeti, that will be put on the names. We are expecting 100 to 120 names to be out. We are expecting the list to be out in the next 24 to 48 hours. What we will see in this list, Preeti, obviously are the top leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We will also see some of those seats which the BJP has never won, the C and the D. So those are also some things which they will be looking at, and we'll also see, Preeti, in days to come, more representation of the women, because that's something that the Bharatiya Janata Party and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been focusing for the big 2024 elections.
Aishwarya, what are we looking at? So the first list in all probability will have the Prime Minister's name fighting from Varanasi, and the other details that we gave out earlier of Amit Shah, of Rajnath Singh, of Nitin Gadkari. But along with that, is there a buzz right now in BJP circles that all the top leaders in the cabinet coming in from Rajya Sabha will now be made to fight the Lok Sabha elections?
Well, most of them, Preeti, yes, definitely, because this is something which has been ongoing. All the leaders, not now, over the past 6 months, the top leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party President JP Nadda has had conversations with all those leaders who were elected from the Rajya Sabha. They were asked, you tell us which state you would like to go to and fight elections, contest elections. So definitely we will see some of the top leaders, those who were earlier in the Rajya Sabha and now are no longer with the Rajya Sabha, all of them also going back and fighting elections from Lok Sabha. Some of the top names obviously have been doing rounds, but typical BJP, we cannot be very, very sure of whether all those people will be fighting. But yes, we understand that some of the top leaders will definitely be asked to fight the Lok Sabha elections. Smriti Irani, we also see might be coming up in the first list. That's also something
when does the official first list get released, Aishwarya?
Any time from the next couple of hours till tomorrow full day. That's what we are expecting.
Okay.
We also, are looking at maybe a PC being done by BJP, not tonight, but maybe in the next 24 to 48 hours.
All right, in the next 24 hours, the BJP comes up with its first list. Many would juxtapose here. The BJP is coming together and already formulating its list number 1 for elections 2024. On the other hand, the Congress is also in a huddle, but practically to save their own state or their own government in the north, the only one in the north of India. Appreciate you joining us, Aishwarya. Thank you there. Meanwhile, as we are talking about list viewers, at one, you have the BJP in a huddle. 24 hours could be the names in the first list. The Prime Minister would, in all probabilities, find a mention right on top. You will have the Home Minister, Amit Shah, you'll have Rajnath Singh, you'll have Nitin Gadkari, and some other names making it to the first list. We'll know it in the next few hours, or at least at the best in the next 24 hours. There's also speculation going on within the Congress, and why I say that, Rahul Gandhi may not fight from Wayanad this time. Rahul Gandhi may be eyeing Telangana as his next stop. After Amethi and Wayanad, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi is gearing up for the Telangana takkar, we are being told. As per sources, Rahul is considering 2 constituencies, Khammam and Bhubaneswar. This comes after CPI in Kerala announced Annie Raja, D. Raja's wife, as its candidate from Wayanad. What has added buzz to the news is that Congress leader from Telangana are pitching for Rahul to contest from one of the 17 Lok Sabha seats in the state. Let's quickly cut across right now to our guest this evening, Dr. Ajay Alok, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, Sanjay Jha, Political Analyst, Amitabh Tiwari, Political Analyst, Sanjay Singh, Consulting Editor, IANS. Dr. Ajay Alok, beginning with you, when do we hear the first list being made official?
Well, we are an organized party, Preeti, and being the world's largest party, is definitely, we do things according to the plan. And today the Central Election Commission is sitting and they will have a meeting, PM will chair it. And very soon you'll see that we have started announcing our candidates.
Okay. Dr.
Like,
Ajay,
we
look,
never
tell us,
delay
just
don't
for
take
interest.
Time in taking decisions.
But, Dr. Alok, just for interest, there's a lot of buzz that a lot of, your leaders who are in the cabinet through the Rajya Sabha, the likes of Nirmala Sitharaman, the likes of Mr. S. Jaishankar, would all now be fighting Lok Sabha elections. Any truth in that? You want to at least, help us through this speculation?
See, we are a party, we are not scared of fighting elections. Everybody wants to fight an election. We are one party where any of the workers, if you give them a choice, won't like to go to Rajya Sabha or Vidhan Parishad. They will like to fight the elections and come to directly through representing people. So this is absolutely, this question doesn't make sense that will they go and fight. Everybody wants to fight. We are not one who will take a Rajya Sabha or a Vidhan Parishad, like what you are saying in the opposition camp. That before elections are being announced, people are just taking the safe seat and they're so-called big leaders. We are all Karyakarta, ready to face people anytime, and we like to gel with people. We don't want to stay away from the people.
Well, let's see if
because
that...
we owe it to them and we own the people.
All right, let's see if that really happens. Till now, I'll just tell you who all have actually announced their candidates. Some parties have done it. The Aam Aadmi Party has done it. They've announced 4 candidates in Delhi. Their candidate in Gujarat is already campaigning. The Congress right now in a bit of a disarray, at least where the tickets are, being considered, because they're busy fighting what's going on in the state of Himachal Pradesh. But I want to bring in Amitabh Tiwari as well as Sanjay Singh into this conversation. Amitabh Tiwari, the first list of the Bharatiya Janata Party once again will reimpose the hegemony that is what we are expecting. The Prime Minister from Banaras, you'll have an Amit Shah from Gandhinagar, a Rajnath Singh from Lucknow, and then a Mr. Gadkari from Nagpur. What's the messaging in all of it?
See, the messaging is clearly that if you recall 2019, the first list was out on 21st March. That is 11 to 12 days after the Model Code of Conduct was in place. This time, the list, if it is announced today or tomorrow, comes at least 3 weeks before the list which was announced in 2019 and earlier than the dates on which the Lok Sabha seats have been, Lok Sabha elections have been announced. So this tends to show that the BJP wants to gain a first mover advantage and show that it is fairly prepared, well prepared to face the elections, and also shows the confidence of the party going ahead into the 2024 elections. Of course, the tall leaders' names will be there, but mind you, in 2019, 37% of MPs were denied tickets. So we could see a lot of fresh names. Almost 99 MPs were denied tickets in 2019, and we've already seen that there are 21 vacancies, in the sense that 21 MPs were pushed to contest in the Vidhan Sabha elections in the 3 states in December. There are 24 Rajya Sabha candidates, including some heavyweights, ministers, who have not been renominated. So they could be asked to contest Lok Sabha elections, and their names.
Amitabh Tiwari, what's your best bet? Who can we expect?
As in from Rajya Sabha, or
Rajya Sabha, the cabinet ministers from Rajya Sabha.
I mean, from Rajya Sabha, we should expect Rajiv Chandrasekhar to contest. We can even expect
and Nirmala Sitharaman and S. Jaishankar, all of them coming in.
To contest Lok Sabha elections from Modi.
All right, I want to bring in Sanjay Singh into this conversation. Sanjay Singh, what's interesting is the BJP, if you've looked back, be it state assembly, elections, or now national elections, Lok Sabha, is never quite shy of cutting tickets. Buzz has it that possibly even in Delhi, 6 of the 7 candidates might lose their ticket. You're on mute, sir.
The BJP has been experimented, and I think Prime Minister Modi, when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, since then he started this practice in assembly election, in municipal corporations,
All right, we can barely hear you.
And also when it came to parliamentary elections and assembly elections in whatever states. So some, of course, some previous MPs would, I don't think they would be repeated. Some of good number of them will have to go. For Rajya Sabha, I think the scenario is very, very interesting, going to be very interesting. I know some very important leaders who are looking for their constituency as to from where they should contest. Even leader of Rajya Sabha, which is Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, he also perhaps will contest somewhere in Maharashtra, possibly Mumbai.
All right,
That's
you're
what
right.
people are
Lots of
talking
buzz
about.
there, but there's lots of buzz also, Sanjay Jha, where it comes down to Rahul Gandhi now possibly contesting from Telangana and letting go of Wayanad, which you yourself know will lead to a massive political storm of sorts. It's already erupting, where once again he'll be charged of not sticking to a constituency.
Preeti, I will refuse to commit myself to a statement on a matter which is speculative in nature. I do think that Amethi is pretty much a very high potential place where I think you will see a contest, and I
He could do it again. Last time, Sanjay, he did Amethi and Wayanad. He could do Telangana, a seat in Telangana and Amethi.
Well, I do believe that if I know Rahul well, he will continue to be in Wayanad. I think he will nurse the constituency. From what I have heard from people down in Kerala, he's had a very excellent relationship with the people in the constituency. Good work has been done, visible and also really solid work, and they have managed to build a very good, shall we say, direct relationship with all the key issues that confront the people of Wayanad. But I think at this point of time, the challenge for the Congress, in my opinion, is to invigorate its workers, because you win an election not by leaders making rhetorical speeches. You win if your workers are motivated and believe that your party can actually win. And I think that is critical. This Himachal episode, unfortunately, I believe, has been negative in terms of the repercussion, because people will get some kind of an apprehension that even when you're running 3 states, you suddenly become so susceptible that when you got 40 MLAs and the opposition has 25 and they win the Rajya Sabha seat, I mean, that's appalling. So somewhere down the line, I think the messaging for the Congress party is very critical. And I think politics is one on perception. If you really, Preeti, look at the statement of Modi, 370, it's ridiculous. 400, this is nothing but all rhetoric and, just trying to create a hype. They will probably.
But Sanjay, you're contradicting yourself. No, because ultimately politics is a game of perception, and the Prime Minister is building perfect perception.
Yeah. No, but it's one thing to manufacture a balloon. But I'm just going to say that at the end of the day, I do believe that the Congress needs to fix the image that we are still struggling to come to terms with beating the BJP, because the BJP is giving the impression that the deal or the verdict is already done, which also can boomerang on the BJP, because people don't like to be taken for granted. I think this arrogance can also backfire on the BJP.
All right, okay. Dr. Ajay Alok, you want to come in? Because yes, politics is a game of perception. So while you're building into 370 and 400 par, but where Telangana is concerned, where you'd like to hold on to what your tally was the last time around, and you'll have a Rahul Gandhi coming in after the Congress has already won the state. In terms of perception, that could work against you in a state like Telangana and neighboring Karnataka.
Not at all, Preeti. Well, my friend Sanjay, he's just saying that it's all rhetorics and all 370, 400. Well, come May end of this year, you'll see how what you're calling rhetoric is a reality. First of all, it's not arrogance. It's a trust. It's a trust from the people. It's trust for the people. What we do, trust the people, and people have trust on us. They have faith in the Narendra Modi's leadership ability, that how he has taken country forward in the last 10 years. Now, interestingly, Rahul Gandhi contesting from Telangana, you said we are going to hold on our 4 seats what we have in Telangana. Mark my words again. We are going to have double-digit figures in Telangana in this Lok Sabha elections. With Rahul Gandhi coming in Telangana, it will improve our prospects much better. Anyway, today I was watching a movie. Sanjay must have watched it. 3 Idiots.
But Dr. Alok, there's something.
His name was Ranchhod Das Chanchad.
Right.
Very interesting.
No, but Dr. Alok, while you I'll give you time to.
His name was Ranchhod Das Chanchad.
Make your point. Make your point, sir.
Yeah, his name was Ranchhod Das Chanchad. So in last election, Rahul Gandhi, he did exactly the same thing. Ranchhod. उन्होंने run छोड़ दिया. Went to Wayanad. Then he absolutely left North India when he started comparing North India to South India. Now he's again leaving the run. He's again leaving the battle. So Ran Chhod is the proper, instead of calling Rahul Gandhi, he should be called as Ran Chhod Gandhi. That's the nice name actually. Sanjay will agree to that.
No, Dr. Ajay Alok, you made that analogy, but you also spoke of how Rahul Gandhi will only help your cause in Telangana. When you're in the heat of election, there's also something called a bit of arrogance and overconfidence. And that's a line you don't want to tread on the other side, especially right before an election. You might want to wait in on that, but you're confident with what you say. But I want to bring in, I'll cut across back to our guests and bring in Mr. Tiwari into this conversation. Amitabh Tiwari, when you look at Telangana and Rahul Gandhi now possibly being fielded in the realm of speculation from Telangana, do you see this help Congress and the India Alliance, especially where Telangana is concerned, a big boost perception-wise?
See, big leaders generally contest from 2 seats. If you recall, in 2014, PM Modi also contested.
Vadodara and yes.
However, if Rahul Gandhi contests from both Kerala and Telangana, then it is going to send a very wrong message.
But what if he contests from Amethi and Telangana?
Amethi and Telangana is fine because he is contesting, he is trying to regain 1 seat which is lost in 2019, and you lose elections. I mean, torn leaders have lost elections, not a big deal. And then trying to consolidate the recent gains made in Telangana. The names of the seats which you are discussing, Bongir and Khammam, in both the seats, Congress has done fairly well in the Lok Sabha, in the recent Vidhan Sabha elections. However, 2 seats from south of India will send a very, very wrong message. So the party has to be very careful about that, number one. Number two, the second seat which they choose, again, should not have a high minority population, because Wayanad itself has a high minority population. And if you choose such a similar seat, then it will again send a very wrong message and give ammunition to the BJP to target Congress and Rahul Gandhi.
But Sanjay Singh, as I bring you in, Sanjay, I'll come back to you. Give me a minute. Let me just bring in Sanjay Singh. Not to choose a seat with a high minority population, because that will make the BJP come down and already reinforce what the stereotype is of the Congress party. But away from all of this election, in any case, there seems to be an understanding that where the minority vote is concerned, the Congress will cannibalize that. So why not build on it?
See, you rightly said, Congress, I think in this election, Congress, minority votes are going to be consolidated towards Congress. It has already done so in Telangana and also in Karnataka, where minority votes have gravitated to the Congress party. But when it comes to parliamentary election, and Rahul Gandhi being their de facto leader, and de facto in the sense of the main decision maker, the family's kind of heir, and so on and so forth. So Rahul Gandhi going back to Wayanad again, particularly when there are also voices from within the India Alliance. That is, CPM has come out very strongly against Rahul Gandhi candidature from Wayanad. CPI has already fielded candidate, and there are reports that IUML also wants 3 seats and is very keen to contest from Wayanad. Now, Rahul Gandhi, whether or not he contests from Wayanad, if he shifts to Telangana or Karnataka or wherever else, I think that is going to be kind of a big talking point from now on to the time he actually decides whether or not to contest from Wayanad or from somewhere else. If he goes to Amethi, I think that would be we all would like to see Smriti Irani versus
You're right
Rahul Gandhi.
there. That's what political journalism dreams are made of, to see a juicy contest like Rahul and Smriti again in Amethi. But we're sticking to Telangana. I want to bring back Sanjay Jahan into this conversation. Sanjay, you wanted to make a point. Go ahead, sir.
Preeti, I respectfully disagree with my friend Amitabh and I think Mr. Singh. It is a tragedy of our times that we are actually normalizing the BJP playbook of polarization. I mean, saying that Rahul Gandhi should not stand from a constituency which has a high minority population makes everyone an apologist for being secular. I mean, how sad is that? I mean, I remember Amit Shah making a statement the last time in 2019 elections, and I believe Ajay Alok, my friend, may be in the BJP today, but I'm sure he doesn't agree with that at the core. Amit Shah made a statement on Wayanad when the flags were out, I don't know whether this is India or Pakistan. This is the BJP's senior most leader talking about one of India's most educated, advanced states of Kerala and saying, I don't know whether it's India or Pakistan. I mean, this tells you to absolutely pathetic, abysmal level of our political dialogue. So I think if Rahul Gandhi stands from Wayanad, I would say stand from any constituency, no matter who's in a majority or a minority, doesn't matter. In fact,
but then Sanjay, as I bring in Dr. Ajay Alok into this conversation, you know, when you say stand from any constituency, this is possibly, many would suggest, where the Congress goes wrong, because you guys just don't do your math, you don't electioneer, you don't manage, and that's why you end up losing. You've got to pick a constituency most favorable.
But you know, Preeti, I was responding to the statement made by Amitabh and backed by Sanjay saying that don't stand in a place which has a large minority population, because that gives BJP an opportunity to paint you as a minority appeasing party. I think that's a preposterous argument. This country, you cannot say that I will not stand. I mean, every constituency is a constituency that goes to parliament. They're represented by the people of India. And for all of us to become an apologist worrying about what the BJP will say, I think that is very shameful. I'm sorry.
All right, Ajay Alok, you want to weigh in on that?
Well, first of all, when Amit Bhai said this kind of a statement, he made this kind of a statement, nobody knows. You know it better. But yes, when Firhad Hakim of Mamata Banerjee's cabinet minister made a statement in Calcutta that this is mini Pakistan, I didn't hear any sentence from Sanjay Jha or from that matter any congresspersons. So I don't know. It happens selectively. See, you don't fight or select a constituency, just that you represent this parliament constituency for this time, and second time you again leave that and go to another parliament constituency, whichever suits you politically. No, sir. You make a tuning, you make a bonding with your constituency. You nurture the constituency. This attitude of Gandhi family, that's what kept UP, Amethi, Raebareli and the whole UP away from development for so many years. He has been representing Amethi from 2004. Not a single highway to Lucknow, a 4-lane highway was made. Forget about highways and all, electrification and all, everything. Not even a DM or collectorate office was even made. Smriti Irani, on the other hand, 2014 she lost, but she never left Amethi. She kept on working for it, and today the shape of everything of Amethi has changed, because she has developed an emotional bond with Amethi. She has even built up a house.
All right, Sanjay Jha, you know, that's a fair point, and I want to close the debate on that. I want to come back to you or what Dr. Alok just said. You've got to nurture a constituency. You cannot decide every election to pick a constituency which seems more favorable and then contest.
Is that for me?
Yes, sir.
Is that for me?
You, sir.
Yeah, Preeti, let me tell you this. I don't think, based on what I know, I don't think Rahul Gandhi is abandoning Wayanad at all. Point number two, and I will say so again, that I think aren't Muslim citizens of this country? Can I ask my friend Ajay Alok, isn't a Muslim a citizen of this country? And when Amit Shah or anybody makes a statement that it appears like Pakistan, shouldn't we be appalled? And Ajay, let me refresh your memory.
Dr. Alok didn't say that. Dr. Alok, 10 seconds, I'm closing the show there. Dr. Alok.
This matter went to the election commission, Ajay. And obviously the election commission...
We all know that Muslims are citizens of this country. We have a member of parliament as a Muslims, which you always constantly ignored in Kashmir from Gujar community. But Muslim being a citizen and Muslim appeasement and your politics being based on Muslim, that's a two complete different story what Congress has been practicing for the last 70 years.
May I be allowed to end on that? I apologize. I wanted to carry the discussion on, but that's all the time that we have for now. Appreciate all of you for joining us. But we're going to be talking about it sooner than later, viewers, especially in the coming days. But for now, the BJP is in a huddle. In the next 24 hours, you'll know their first list. The Prime Minister's name will be right on top. And in all probability, it's going to be Banaras, Varanasi again. On the other hand, the Congress is firefighting in Himachal Pradesh, far from figuring out their first list. But speculation that Rahul Gandhi might fight from Telangana. Quick break. Up next, Rahul.
हमारे साथ हैं विक्रम अतिथि जी। विक्रम जी, आप काफी पार्टी वर्कर्स जो है वो यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं, क्या मांग पार्टी वर्कर्स की?
नहीं, मांग कुछ नहीं है, हम लगे हुए हैं। मैंने तो देखो, आप हमेशा हिमाचल प्रदेश की आवाज को बुलंद किया है, मजबूती से उठाया है, वेदर आई वाज इन द ऑपोजिशन अर्लियर और वेदर आई वाज इन द गवर्नमेंट इन द प्रेजेंट सर्कमस्टांसेस। आई हैव ऑलवेज बिलीव्ड कि प्रदेश की आवाज को पूरी मजबूती से उठाया जाए, सही का समर्थन और गलत का विरोध हो, और उस सिद्धांत के साथ हम आगे चले हुए हैं। मैंने पिछले कल कुछ सैद्धांतिक मसले अपने प्रेस वार्ता में उठाए थे और उसके बाद हम हाईकमांड के जो ऑब्जर्वर्स यहाँ पर आए हैं दिल्ली से, उनसे हमने चर्चा करी है और उन्होंने ये कहा था, उन्होंने ये निवेदन किया था हमसे कि जब तक उन बातों पे चर्चा होती है तब तक आप अपने इस्तीफे को जो है वो प्रेस ना करें। तो उनका मान सम्मान रखते हुए मैंने ये कहा था कि मैं जब तक आपके साथ हम चर्चा कर रहे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं, तब तक मैं उसको प्रेस नहीं करूँगा। वो कल रात की बात थी, कल शाम की बात थी। आज फिर से हम उनसे जाकर अभी बात करेंगे और प्रयास करेंगे कि सब चीज़ों का हल हो और आगे जो आगामी जो भी रणनीति, चुनाव भी सिर के ऊपर है, उसको भी देखना है। तो एवरीथिंग हैज़ टू बी हर्ड, एवरीथिंग हैज़ टू बी टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन और फिर एक होलिस्टिक विचार लेकर आगे बढ़ने की आवश्यकता
क्या
है।
मौजूदा स्थिति में पार्टी तैयार है लोकसभा चुनाव लड़ने के लिए और बेटर परफॉर्म करने के लिए?
निश्चित तौर से रहना चाहिए, तैयार तो रहना ही चाहिए और मैदान में उतरना है तो हर मुद्दे के ऊपर उतरना है, मजबूती के साथ उतरना है। तो उसके ऊपर हम बात करेंगे, चर्चा करेंगे, विचार विमर्श करेंगे, कुछ कमियां हैं उसको भी उजागर करेंगे, जो अच्छी बात है उसको भी करेंगे। तो इस तरीके से आगे चलेंगे।
मैंने माननीय मुख्यमंत्री के ध्यान में भी कई बार ये बात लाई, कई बार उनको लिस्टें बना के दी कि ये हमारे लोग हैं, इनको प्लीज कहीं ना कहीं एडजस्ट किया जाए, कहीं बोर्ड में, कॉरपोरेशन में, कहीं चेयरमैन में, कहीं ना कहीं उनको महत्व मिलना चाहिए, तभी पार्टी के वर्कर काम करेंगे। जब उनको कहीं भी आपने कोई स्थान नहीं दिया तो ये सही है कि लोग आज उस बात को लेकर घर में बैठ चुके हैं। अब अगला चुनाव आएगा, उसमें हमको भी सामना करना है, हमको भी चुनाव के